Someone is accused of selling false hopes. A warning tonight from the News 4 Tucson investigators. Beware of a man knocking on your door saying he can help you get a big monthly benefit. As News 4 Tucson investigator Matthew Schwartz reports, that man is not accredited and he's prohibited from charging money for the service.
I have a weakness to trust people. And goodness sakes, $1,200 a month would just be a dream.
Ruth Cording lives on a small fixed income, so the 84-year-old widow was thrilled when a man named Greg Bryant visited her Tucson home recently and told her he could help her get almost $1,200 a month from a Veterans Administration benefit, part of a secret government program. Ruth has been alone since 2014 when her husband of 64 years died.
He was a fantastic man. I met him when I was 12 years old. We went to Tucson High.
David Cording served in the Air Force for 20 years.
He's the best husband a wife could have.
Ruth told her son Dan about her pension benefit meeting with Greg Bryant and about an expensive application fee Bryant mentioned.
And at the very end of the presentation, it was, it's going to be $1,495, which is $1,500. And that's when all the alarm bells went off.
With good reason, because by federal law, only accredited agents and attorneys can charge fees for assisting in appeals, not basic claims. The VA has no record that Greg Bryant is accredited. So at our request, Ruth and Dan set up a second meeting with Bryant in Ruth's home. This time, we were in an adjacent room. After about 20 minutes and hearing Bryant mention the application fee, we approached him.
How you doing?
Oh, fine. How are you?
Hey, good. I'm from KVOA. My name's Matthew Schwartz.
Oh, hi,
I'm
Matthew.
Investigative reporter, Matthew. Hi.
Bryant told us he's helped 100 people get VA benefits since 2012 through his company, GregBryant.com.
Are you accredited with the VA?
No, I'm not.
If you charge a fee, you have to be accredited. And the VA did not find you in the system.
No, I don't. I don't have to charge any, I don't have to be accredited.
The VA says you have to. You have to be accredited.
I am a private company, and I have paperwork, and I have clients.
Bryant said he makes his money from the $1,495 application fee.
You're not ripping off elderly people here and widows, are you?
Nope. Not at all. Because if I was, I'd be in jail by now.
Elder law attorney Drew Early says there are many unaccredited and unsupervised agents around the country, salesmen who never took the accreditation test and make mistakes that could be costly to people like Ruth Cording.
The greatest danger, I think, is she could physically incur an overpayment, a debt back to the U.S. government. And the U.S. government will seek debt recovery.
Do you own the company?
I don't need to answer that question.
Why don't you need to answer the question of whether or not you own the company? A legitimate business person would say who owns the company that he or she is working for.
I don't need to answer that question.
To whom do you answer, sir? If you don't own the company, who is your superior or your boss?
I answer to God. I'm not answering any more of your questions, man.
All right.
And other widows of veterans that are struggling, it's just, it's unconscionable. I just can't imagine doing that to somebody.
I am angry, and I'm not a cursing person, but I'm mad as hell.
The VA and veteran service organizations offer free help in applying for this benefit. It's called the Aid and Attendance Benefit. We've put a link to a list of VA accredited representatives on our website. Remember, don't pay anything for a service you can get for free. If you have a story you'd like us to investigate, email us at investigators@kvoa.com or call 955-4444. Investigating for you, Matthew Schwartz, News 4 Tucson.
And a spokesman for the Arizona Secretary of State told us that Greg Bryant is also not registered with that office as required by law.